Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. You won't be able to see my face tonight. Now, no clapping, because I've just been updating everything. I have Apple, and there's been lots of updates, and I just had trouble getting my other camera to go or swapping between cameras. So I thought, okay, well, we'll just start on the one, and better be safe than sorry. So it's just my hands and obviously the products. So, but welcome along, Karen here from Karen Hedler from Puhoi, Auckland, New Zealand, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here, coming to give you I thought we'd just create tonight using the Nest of Winter, beautiful, beautiful suite. I have got some of the product here and I'll show you that. But we're going to be making something. So in the suite, you have the stamp set, you have the dies, and you have these beautiful, these are actually like, if you like I love my linen thread, absolutely love it. This is linen thread but coloured, so absolutely exciting to have this to be able to use. And then the embellishments and the 3D embossing folder, which is birchwood. It's one of the large embossing folders I'll show you shortly. So a wonderful, wonderful product. You've probably seen it for a while. There was an event a while ago that demonstrator could pre-order these, which was exciting. And it is one of the stamp sets or bundles in the catalogue that is not Christmas, but I really do think it could easily be used for Christmas cards. It is so stunning. It really is. So these are some wonderful inspirational ideas that we have on the other page for you. So always feel free to use these and you're creating, and that's what they're there for. You can either copy them directly or use them as inspiration to create your own products. So let's start. So do say hi when you're there. Love to know that someone's there. Just got some blank paper here and I've got some grey granite. Okay, so let me just show you first. These are the dies. And this is like a full like a matte size. And we have dies that obviously cut out your images, stamped images, but you do have independent dies as well. And then we have, this is the 3D birch folder that I was telling you about. See how big that is? It's one of the big ones. Just love these big ones. You can do so much with them. And the stamp set. Plus, I do have this paper here. This is the paper that I do have. And, whoops, I got one more somewhere. Oh, well, that's gone. Oh, no, there it is, tucked in there. So this one is perfect. You can just use this straight away to make a card, just add a sentiment. On the back, it's got some lovely neutral tones. You've got the birds, and there's dies you can use to cut out this as well. Let me just check which ones they are. Pretty sure. Don't want to take up your time by looking for it. Might be the other sheet of paper, actually. You can use these to cut out, that one to cut out some of the, I've got a card that I've used it before anyway, and I'll show you. Whoops. Okay. So, as I was saying, hi, Helen. Just showing them off this beautiful suite that I was so blessed to be able to borrow from Helen for tonight's live. And I am going to create a card. But we had a wonderful day yesterday at Jackie, my team leader's place, and we had a team get together of her direct team. That was a few of us, and we all taught each other some cards and things. It was such a fun day. Your favourite suite? Yes, it is. It is your favourite suite, isn't it? You love this suite. Right, that one. So we're going to do a little bit of colouring tonight and give you some tips on some blends, etc. Of course, we better add the bird. And actually, to be fair, some of the inspiration of my colouring tonight is from Helen, my dear friend Helen, who's just saying hi online there. So I've gone the neutral earthy tones with this, and it was a card which I'll show you later that she made with us, and I've used those earthy tones. We're going to use those earthy tones to colour today. Okay, let's start off with the bird. Okay, I'm going to bring in some grey and some gold, and then I'm going to do the berries. Maybe we'll do the berries first. Oh, that's lovely, Kerry. Welcome along. Have you got this sweet? Right, so I have got dark, I'm using dark Poppy Parade. I wanted these berries to really, really pop. So I've got dark Poppy Parade and light Poppy Parade. So I just do the dark at the bottom where it would be dark. Now, it's got these little stamped areas where I'm just going to go around and leave them practically white. Just for the, it gives that interest and depth on it, doesn't it? Okay, so the berries are done. I've got, so I'm just using the bullet point end. As you can see, you've got paintbrush and the bullet end. I'm using the bullet end because it's going to give me more control over the area. I've only got small areas. If I was colouring a larger area, then I would use the paintbrush end. Okay. And he's got one in his mouth, or she's got one in her mouth. Okay. It is one of your favourites too. Yes, it is absolutely gorgeous, I must admit. It is very gorgeous. Okay. Let's add, some, this is dark smoky slate. I'm just going to add a little bit here, not a lot. And then I'm going to do his little claws, not claws. Well, I suppose they're claws, they're bird feet, talons. And right, and I'm going to put a little bit of, just a tiny bit of dark under here. And a little bit up here. And I think that will be all for now. I'm going to get the light. And now I'm just going to I'm going to start in the dark. This is how I do my blends. So you start in the dark area. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm adding another colour. But you start in the dark and you pull out from there so that you end up without a line. I have to think of the word for a minute. Now, once I'm out of there, I'm actually going to use the pen to do a sort of oh gosh, can't even think of the name. It's a flicking, I guess you'd call it, wouldn't you? Flicking sort of move to just represent more of, like the wings, etc. So a very flicky sort of move. The feathers, like the feathers. Okay, so this is dark wild wheat. And I'm just going to do the same here. And that's a little wing tucked under there. And I'm going to add a bit more there. Okay. And a little bit on the head. I also have the light wild wheat here. Start with the dark, then go over with the light Yes, and I'm gonna use the colour lifter as well. I know there's different ways, but for me, I do like actually, this is the dark one. This is the one that I should have been using. I thought it looked a bit light. I know there's different ways out there that people do it, but I prefer this way, and I think that is because how I was taught, obviously. But for me, it sort of means I don't get the lines, um, which is something I like. And let's bring that in. Now, as Helen was saying, I'm going to bring in, there's another little tip you can do too. So if you've got more than one colour like I have here, so I'm just going to leave that bit a little bit white. And then I'm going to bring in my colour lifter. So it is a fabulous way to blend together colours so that you don't have that line. So if you bring that in and go over the two colours and sort of merge them together, then you don't get like a really distinctive change in colour, because the colours, I don't know if you can see that, sort of start going into each other and merge together beautifully. You can see that on there. Oh, okay, so that's what he is. A chaffinch. Yeah. I'm not too good on the names of birds. So I'm just doing the same down here and up here. So I'm still doing that flicking just to get it so that it's sort of more textured. And I'll do a little bit down in here too. There we go. And I need to colour his beak. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to add a little bit of red. You know, chaffinch probably doesn't have the same red beak. I don't know. And I'm going to just add a little bit of this. So it'll turn out sort of a reddy brown. It is dark pecan pie. So it's got the red undertone, but it's still not bright red, obviously. So maybe he'd get bright red lips from eating the berries. Okay, so this is the wood. Now, I always like to do the feet first on this sort of thing, and I'll show you why, because you can see they might not be as fine as they should be. But, and I'm not sure whether that's his toe or not, but it's all right. The light one. Okay. And this is the dark one. Oh, that's the light pecan pie. Oops. Sorry about that. Forgot to put the mute on. You can go round there and make those claws more defined if you do them first and then colour in the branch. See? So we have the bird, cute bird. Right, now this one here, we're going to start with dark. So this is like pussy willow, I think. And I'm just going to add a little bit of dark there, not much. Then I'm going to add, and I think when Helen showed us this, she did use different colours, but I'm just using this one today. I couldn't remember what the colours were, to be fair. Then I'm going to get the colour lifter. So this is another thing you can do with this. I'm going to just pull that colour up from that up to the tip. So I'm just going to blend it out to the tip. It's still got a little bit of colour on it. Add a bit more, I think, a bit more brown. You can always go back in, like I've just done, and add a bit more colour if you want to. But I really wanted to show you, of course, these colour lifters are for mistakes. Okay, so one of the great things, yeah, I use copper clay. Okay, this is pecan pie. That's all right, close. If you go over the line, say, and you want to, if you want to get rid of that over the line, then you can use this. Probably not going to work on this now that I do this, but it's great for lifting it. So you just give it a good, so it's an alcohol blend, so you just give it a good, you see how this is lifting that color now? And as it dries, you can go back in and do a bit more until it just, make sure though, if you've got a line, you just bring it down towards the line. Don't go up towards that line, because then it will seep into your project. Okay, so let's do this now. Start off with Old Olive, and this is dark Old Olive. I'm just going to do one side because I have actually, it's the magic of TV, as they say. I have done these in advance and die cut them out already. So each one of these has a die cut, a die to cut them out. So I'm just adding some dark Old Olive up down the bottom of the leaf and going up on the vein. Okay. And then some light Old Olive. Once again, just bringing that out. I've got some lovely samples to show you of this sweet. And as I say, it could easily be used for Christmas, I think. We're starting in the dark and just pulling that dark color up with the light so that it blends in. Okay. That's the greenery. And then I'm going to use light grey and dark grey for these. Still staying with the neutral or earthy tones. Not quite sure what these are, but I guess it's oh no, don't want to colour you. You're not going to be grey. And same thing. Just bring that from the dark to the light. On these small images, don't oversaturate, because you will go over the line if you oversaturate, because the paper will pick up on the colour and it will soak out, and you obviously don't want that to happen. And I'm going to do those ones on that little thing here on wild wheat. So I've got dark wild wheat here, and I have got light. There we go. And of course the berries, and I'm going to do the berries exactly the same as before with the dark. Checking where that circle is on that one. And the light. I won't do them all. Die cut this out, of course. And coloured and cut, we have the bird and the wreath. And we've got these two, which are going to go here. Like so in a minute on the project. Okay, so this is a white card base. I have used some of that paper on the inside for the inside of the card with the bird. Use the birch folder, and I've adhered that down already. And this is the die cut with the leaves. I'm just going to keep it white. As I say, I'm sort of keeping a very neutral look for this particular card. So let's just put some glue on there. This suite, I would have to say, and I'm sure those of you out there that do have this suite would say that it is got endless, beautiful, endless possibilities. It's so many different things you can do with it, that it really is one of those suites that you would get a lot of use out of. Okay, so I haven't done the ends. And we are going to swap over to the side there. So this mat is the same size as the birch one that I've put underneath there. So it is right on that edge. And I've kept, as I say, keep the end so that it still sits up like that. Okay. We are going to pop this here. I'm just going to pop some dimensionals. Always love dimensionals. Okay. And that's going to go at the top. Now, I just want to show you a trick. Some people obviously might already know this, but I want to show you something using the sentiment. So I'm using "A friend like you brings me happiness," but I didn't want it in one big stamp set. And often that'll have it, you could actually stamp it once and cut it out, but that H goes too high really. So I just wanted to show you with a strip of paper here what you can do. Now I'll just make sure my stamp is clean. So of course this side has little droplets of water and this side has the sun, so you know which way is which. So I just, because you don't want the remnants of the previous stamp on that. Right, and I'm going to use a Stampin' Write, and I'm going to just do, now you can get masking tape, but once again, because that H runs level with that letter there, it would be very hard to get the masking tape to cover E1 successfully. Okay, so I'm using the thicker end of the Stampin' Write for this, and I'm using it on the side and just running over the letters. Okay, and then I'm going to huff on it, and I'm going to stamp, and then you can cut that out. It has a little bit of pink on there for some reason. It should have been clean, but that's all right, it's very light. And then I'll make sure that I give that a bit more of a clean. These just use a really simple spray actually, and I find it's really good to condition and look after your stamp. It's called Stampin' Mist. It's a stamp cleaner, and it's really, really good to keep your stamps nice and conditioned. And I'm just going to do the same with this end, because I want to have these on different spots. of my card. Okay. Once again, give it a bit of a huff. It's upside down, but it doesn't matter. And then you have, whoops, I've got a little bit on there. But you can see what that you have to do with that. You can just do it again, and well, that could be rubbed off actually. And you've got them in two separate parts of your cardstock, and then you can just cut them out as you wish. Okay, so let's finish putting this card together. I want to pop a bow. So this is using these beautiful linen threads, these coloured linen threads. I love how linen threads tie and make bows and look on a project. And so very excited to see these coloured linen threads basically. Okay, so I'm going to pop that just above those berries. I'm going to get a glue dot. Pop it up there. To say I've got some beautiful samples to show you at the end. Okay, don't want to cover those berries up. And then we're going to glue these pussy willows. Just wanted to put the ribbon on first so that I get these in a good spot. I want the ends to be just tucked under the end of the ribbon. I'll put that one up a little bit to there. And then this one can go down a little bit further, but tucked underneath as well. Gorgeous. Okay, and we need to pop the sentiment on, and I'm going to just make sure I get it in the right place. I'm going to tuck this guy under there like that. So I put him in place, then we know. Right. Just leave a little bit of a gap in the middle for him. One wants to stick up, that's all right. Yeah, lots of dimensionals on this card. Okay. I love that this goes from end to end of the mat, which is great. And one there. I'll need a small one to go up on the berry and the tail. That's the great thing about these. There's lots of different ways to use it. A size for every you need. So and put that one there. Now I haven't got the embellishments that go with this, I must say, but I do have some gorgeous ones to add. One of my favorite ones. Okay, little guy, we still want to see your trunk, but we still want to make you look tucked under there. There we go. Pick the berries off the tree. And for this one, Just going to cut a strip of a bit more, I think, off the edge. Oops. Okay. That bit off at the end there. A friend like you. I'll just try and get it straight. It helps. A friend like you brings me happiness. I just love that. And of course, we've got to add some. I'm going to add some bright, shiny bling here. Don't you just love how that sparkles? So these are called iridescent faceted gems. That one up there. We could do another couple. Oops. That one there. Why not? It's nice to have some bling. Then we'll tuck that one up there, I think. And then we are finished. And so that is this the card for this video. Just as I say, keeping to those neutral colours and just having that pop of red with those berries. Really gorgeous. Well, they could be any berries. Next time you could do them purple or anything like that. But I just thought with these neutral colours, that pop of red would be amazing. And this die and everything just gives it such a wonderful sort of 3D effect as well. Now let me show you the other cards. So this is another one I made, and this is using the two birds from the actual paper. So I just cut the paper out, and I've stamped in this stamp here in Pool Party on the top of the circle. And this is some of the stunning paper, just gorgeous paper as part of this suite. There's a little bit of vellum tucked under there as well. And then we have, oh my goodness, where have they gone? Had them all in a pile here. Got Helen's gorgeous card here somewhere. Where is it? Oh my goodness. It's gone, Helen. It's gone. That is super weird. Oops, I just dropped a die. I had them right here. Oh, they're right here, honestly. Honestly, they're right in front of me. And this is one that Helen did. And this is, she also used the neutral color. She added a beautiful gold piece to that as well. And she used the copper clay. And this is stunning. So you open it up and you see another bird in the circle there in the birch embossing folder, and then the inside of the card to write on. Super stunning. Love that. And this is another one Helen did actually as a swap that we did in our team stamp camp, I think you call it. So you can see it. See what? The bling. Oh, you could see the card. Yeah, it was right there in front of me. I know. Can you believe it? I brought it over and then couldn't see it. Ugh, it's one of those days. Anyway, so yes, I hope you enjoyed those. Helen, giving you a shout out to your beautiful cards and inspiring me with this suite. Really, from her cards, etc. I've really been inspired by the suite and really do like it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have the suite, it's given you some inspiration, and if you don't, I would say go and look at it in the mini catalogue, because it is stunning and you will love it, I'm sure. So thank you so much for joining me, and look forward to seeing you all next week. Share this with anyone you know that may have the suite, and take care, everybody. Bye.